we're going to make our crust. Our crust is melted butter. That's a 1/4 cup of melted butter, about 1/8 teaspoon of some sea salt, a 1/4 cup of monk fruit. It's a non-artificial sweetener that I absolutely love, and I always use confectioner sugar monk fruit. It's a sweetener made from a fruit that is sweet, but it does not elevate your blood glucose levels. Phenomenal for diabetics, okay? Also, so that when you are done eating after a meal, you are not in a coma, in a sugar coma, okay? You don't need to be in a sugar coma. I've tried a lot of those other sweeteners. Definitely don't use any of the artificial sweeteners, but the erythritol, I don't know. It doesn't taste right. But with the monk fruit, no one knows that it's not like the real sugar. It's a better for you sweetener, much better for you. Other things I do use are honey and maple syrup, but they still will elevate your blood glucose levels. Like I did use honey and the cranberry sauce, okay? All right, there we go. We got our apples in there. That's about 5 apples that I've got cut up, right? 5 apples. And I already put some lemon juice in here because the lemon juice helps it gives it flavor, but it also helps to prevent it from turning brown, okay, as it was sitting there. I have about a tablespoon of tapioca starch. I don't use cornstarch because most cornstarch is genetically modified. I've got a 1/4 cup of monk fruit. I have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. We're going to do a little bit of a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is a wonderful vanilla that I got it from a farmer's market. She put the vanilla bean in there and soaked it in bourbon for a year. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I need a pinch of salt here too. I forgot to measure out my salt. I just do a little pinch of salt in the apples. Salt just tends to pop the flavor. And I like these apple pie cups because you're not committed to a whole pie. And I think the portion sizes are a little easier and they're delightful. They're absolutely delightful. Of course, my stoneware, all prepared for you. And we're going to do this 1 or 2 ways. Apple pie and apple crumble, right? Apple pie and apple crumble. So 6 of them, we're going to make apple pie. I'm just going to put this on the bottom. Nothing fancy. It doesn't have to be fancy. Doesn't have to take a lot of time. See, that's just it. I don't want you to have to spend hours in the kitchen and you don't have to perfect anything. You don't. It can be sloppy and delicious all at the same time and pretty. Who says that it's not pretty? So here's the apple pie. We're going to put the apple on the top of the crust. And then the other 6, I'll do the apple crumble. Well, I'll put the apples first and then the crumble on the top. Just so that you can choose. You can do half and half. You can do it all one way, all the other way. All right. I love apple crumble. I love apple pie, but of course, my gluten-free version of it all. Oh, I did perfect with all of the apples. I love it when it comes out like that, when you've got the perfect amount of apples. They're so good. And then let's finish with the crumble. And we are almost, those don't need crumbles. These need crumbles over here. I'll show you all the finished turkey and stuffing meatloaf, and I'll show you the finished apple pie cups. Okay, so this is going to bake in the oven. I don't remember the temperature, but it's on, I think it's 350 for about 20 minutes. I think that's what it is, 350 for about 20. Okay, 350 for about 20 minutes. And there we have it. In the oven it goes, and our apple pie cups. The ones with the crumbles, I should have taken them out of the oven a little bit sooner. It got a little burned, but not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you so much for watching the show today. If you love to find joy in the kitchen, even if you don't know how to cook, even if you don't like to cook, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right below so that you can catch each and every one of my episodes. Thank you again, and until next time, namaste.